Hey, what's up, YouTube? That's how the dudes start there. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to, what's today? Tuesday. Alright, hey guys. Seriously though, Tuesday, we got Tuesday going on. Tuesday's a pretty good day because it's not Monday. We just noticed that it is going to be the winter solstice here in Australia tomorrow, which means from 1:54 p.m. tomorrow, from here until December 21st, we're getting more and more daylight. So we're pretty excited about that. We've broken the back of this wonderful cold winter, and it really hasn't been that bad. Super zoom in. Super zoom. And Rebecca and I got to practice a teeny bit of jiu-jitsu last night. Just a teeny bit though. Can't escape. Oh, there she goes. Escaped. Hey Becca, you know what we should really do? We should do our acro yoga. Oh, was it? There you go. Super zoom in, scrambled eggs. Super zoom in, butter. Super zoom in, hi. All right. I've bugged the kids enough. 7:40. Got some stuff going on, so time to sign out. Till later. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? You do yours.
No.
Okay. Rebecca and I had a great idea for a future April Fool's joke, or even just a regular Fool's joke. Okay, we're gonna take this empty, once this Nutella is completely gone, we're gonna keep the jar, and then we're gonna replace it with, what are we gonna replace it with?
Vegemite.
Vegemite. Oh, we gotta get the coloring right though, right?
Yeah.
Because then someone opens it up and I say, hey, who wants Nutella on their croissant or something? And all the kids are like, me, except for Rebecca. She's like, no, thanks. That'll be a good idea, don't you think?
No, I'll just say I've already brushed my teeth.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. There's your Fool's joke, your April Fool's / Fool's joke. What's up, YouTube? I'm growing out my beard.
No.
It's about 7 days in now, 6 days in. Growing out my hair, I'm trying to get it as high as possible. I should name this video Dads Trolling Their Kids During Breakfast. What was I gonna say? Oh, my tip for the day. If you guys want to feel powerful, like you're going through the world not feeling quite as awesome as you want to feel, you need to do a power pose. Raise both arms up in a V. And just breathe. And if you're walking down the street, this works really well because then you just walk down the street like this. And sometimes people get out of your way, sometimes they don't, but it doesn't matter. Because when you take up more space in the world, you feel more powerful. It's just, you can't help it. You will feel different. I do this when I'm walking down the street. So I go out for a run during my lunch hour. And during my run, I'm obviously in my gym clothes and just doing whatever. And sometimes you see people and they stretch, you know, they got their hands behind their head like this and they're just stretching when they walk out. So it's when you're in gym clothes and you're out for a run, even though you're in the city, like on your way back to work like I am, people don't think twice about you anyway. So you can walk down the street with your arms like this in that power pose and you feel really awesome. Especially if you have a really good tune going on in your headphones, you feel amazing. You guys try it, trust me, you will love it. Nobody else that sees you is going to remember. They're not going to care. They're not going to know unless they see you all the time doing it. Then you're like, oh, there's that dude. He always walks around with his arms like this. But that's it. most everybody doesn't care. Most everybody's doing their own thing. They're not going to give you a second thought. They don't care about you. So they care about themselves. And even if they did care, all you're doing is raising your arms up. They're not even going to remember you. So you meet them in real life later on. They're not going to go, oh yeah, you're that one dude that I saw that one time with his arms raised up. That's weird. They're not going to say that. And even if they did, they actually said that out loud or formed an impression based on that, they're going to come to know the real you that is powerful, that is strong, that owns his or her space in the world. Just do it.
No.
Do it. What's up, YouTube? If I still can't get over how kind of lame I sound when I do that. Whatever. You can see we got some rain going on today, so that's the thing. If it's raining today, I may or may not make it out for my run. In which case, what I'll do is I'll push my run off until tomorrow, and then tonight I will go lift again. So I did shoulders last night, I could do chest tonight, or I could even do back tonight. So we'll do something tonight no matter what, and if it ends up clearing up and I make it out for a run today, then we'll take today off of lifting and we'll lift again tomorrow. I keep getting this unicorn that shows up in my videos randomly. What are we having for breakfast? You dads out there, you're skipping breakfast, but what? Yeah, my hair is looking high. Woo. Oh, the unicorn is grabbing my hair. Oh, I'm getting a little pet. Your hand's gonna be so greasy. Just finished my midday. This is a series of stairs I do. I do some circuit training just here on these stairs. Doesn't really matter what it is, you just got to get out. You got to get out more. And as much as I don't necessarily believe 100% in this, and this is not, even though this is a stereotype, it's not the reality, which is that fat people are just lazy and they just need to eat less and move more. So sure, behind the scenes, that's an easy way to simplify it, an easy way to give that advice, but the reality is different. That said, when you get into a habit, when you start developing routines around simply just moving more, and you're gonna get in shape. You're gonna get more fit, even if it's just a little bit at a time. Remember, you're in this for the long haul, not just the short. This is not a sprint, this is a marathon. This is the rest of your life. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So when I say that, don't look at it like some prison sentence, because that's not what it is. So anyway, get out there, move more, knock this out, and in no time at all, you'll have some habits built around it. You'll have some, and man, what a great day. It's overcast today, but man, what a great day. It's 13 degrees Celsius roughly, so it's cool. But it's about perfect for running stairs. Barely breaking a sweat, that's because it's a little bit cold out here. But anyway, pushing it hard today, and we'll see you soon. Hey YouTube, what is up? Welcome to another evening. If you want to rule the world, you've got to have Australia. Just remember that. If you want to rule the world, you got to have Australia. Hey guys, so we got for dinner tonight, we got some, we're gonna do like a chicken with a bit of a cream sauce. A very low carb meal. We're just basically using some heavy cream. We're gonna mix that up with some garlic and some seasoning, put a little Parmesan cheese, so it is pretty high in calorie. But if you've been doing your intermittent fasting like I have all day long, you've only had basically less than a couple hundred calories total. So you saved up and you can have your calories tonight. And I'm gonna try something that I have not tried before, which is this. This is a cauliflower rice. So I'm gonna give that a go and see. I actually like cauliflower, and I'm guessing this cauliflower rice is actually pretty tasty. So I'm gonna give that a go tonight. I'm gonna have my chicken, cheese, bacon, cream, sort of Alfredo-esque type sauce over this cauliflower rice. And then we'll do the same thing for the kids, but for the kids, I'm actually just gonna make some brown rice. And brown rice itself is not necessarily bad. It's actually a pretty good carb. But for the most part, I typically steer clear of most carbs. I think that would be considered a slow carb, at least. Yeah, talk about it not necessarily being that, but even though it's a grain, I think it'll do pretty well. So anyway, we'll report back in just a minute, and we'll catch up with where we're going. The kids have got the creamy chicken cheese. We actually have some bacon in the oven that we're gonna flip over, but that's not necessarily for the kids tonight. It was just sitting in the fridge for too long, so had to cook it. And I am going to sample this cauliflower rice. I'm gonna do a little bit of a taste test and give you an idea about what it's like here. Just a small little forkful to start with. I do like cauliflower, as I mentioned, just not totally sure about. Pretty good.
What does it taste like?
Tastes kind of like cauliflower, but not really. It doesn't have a real strong cauliflower taste, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna have my creamy chicken thing on top of this cauliflower, and we'll do a taste test for that in just a second. All right, take a look at this and see how awesome that looks. We got some nice creamy chicken over rice. Actually, it might not look that great, but it smells awesome, and I'm sure it's gonna taste awesome. Let's give this a little taste.
Tastes pretty good.
So good. So good. So good! My original plan from this time last week was to basically just knock it out for the next 2.5 weeks and completely stay on track. And I don't know what it was, but I think that there are times when you try to commit to a new program and you're just not quite there mentally and it doesn't quite work out. And for as many times as that happens, I think the key is to get back on track as soon as possible, to really kind of dig deep and find something that'll kind of put you over the edge or sort of kickstart you in the right direction. And for me, sometimes it's just reminding myself how far I've come that says, hey, you know, I love that feeling of how far I've come and I want to keep moving in that same direction. And that for me was enough to kind of catapult me back on track. I had a really, really good weigh-in this morning, a really good low body fat percentage, and low for me as far as my progress and where I'm going. Ended up doing a little mini workout today, made it out for a really good set of stairs earlier today, which you saw the video for, but just really solid. I felt really good about the progress that I made today and even this week, and getting back on track again after you derail is probably the key, the one key to success. So even if you feel like, or if you completely derail, like say on a Thursday, it doesn't mean that you have to wait until Monday to start all over again. And I know that there's that inner voice inside you, it's inside me, it's inside all of us that tries to say, well, you could probably be all right, just start again on Monday. No point starting again tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. No one starts a diet or exercise on a Friday. We all got to wait until Monday again, because then there's the weekend, and Sunday's your carb day anyway, or whatever day you call that, or Saturday, I mean, whatever day you've picked. But essentially you say, well, let's start the night before, because same difference, and then you have like a free day eve, or a carb day eve, and it just one day rolls into the next, and it's just a mess. So the key is, no matter if and when you derail, which you will, all of us do, if and when that happens, you get back on track as soon as possible, up to and including even the same day. Sometimes after like a big meal at lunch, I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday, I got a text in the morning with a buddy inviting me to go out to lunch with him. And I was like, oh, I had it in my mind that I was going to stay on track and everything. And so I thought, all right, I'll keep it legit. But I convinced myself, I had a pretty good meal. It was Kung Pao chicken with white rice, which arguably had way more carbs than I would have wanted. And the calorie count was normal. I mean, it wasn't too much, but between that and then I had a chocolate peanut butter, little Whitaker's peanut butter slab. And if you know Whitaker's chocolate, it's really, really good. And so that was just under 300 calories for that chocolate peanut slab that I ate. So anyway, long story short, I felt kind of like I derailed. Now, I had a couple of options at that point. I could either just throw my hands up and say, I'm done for the day. I've had it. I can't do it. I'm not going to worry about it again until tomorrow, which was a possibility. But what I did instead was I said, all right, I'm not that far behind. I'm only, 600 calories for lunch maybe, and a couple 280 calories for this meal. And I ended up actually fine. I came home. I stayed on track. I hit the gym. I came back from that, had just a very small meal. And I actually came in under my predicted calorie count for the day, under my 1,800 calories. And it was awesome. I ended up getting to bed early. I got plenty of sleep last night. And so one thing led to another, and I was back on track. And this morning, it was great.
So I guess my point is, which I hopefully have made by now, is get back on track as soon as possible. Your day doesn't have to be ruined. Your week doesn't have to be ruined for one slip up. And as much as that inner voice inside you wants to keep eating the carbs and wants a justification for it, you got to shut that voice down. You got to move forward. You got to work towards your goal, and you can do it. And yes, sometimes it doesn't work out, but you only truly fail when you give up. So don't give up. Never surrender. Never surrender.